Here are 10 hidden gems and off-the-beaten-track tourist attractions in France that are rarely on the average tourist itinerary. But honestly, they are absolutely worth a detour. These sites span the entire country and include dramatic landscapes, forgotten villages, historical oddities, and serene beauty spots. All are places that will surprise and delight, far from the crowds of the Eiffel Tower or the beaches of Nice. Château de Brézé in the Loire Valley, a Loire chateau with a twist. It has an extensive underground fortress beneath it, with tunnels, bakeries, wine cellars, and even a drawbridge carved into the rock. The chateau was transformed during the 16th and the 19th centuries. The current structure is Renaissance in style, yet retains medieval elements. The chateau is a listed ancient monument originally dating from 1060. Today, it is the residence of descendants of the ancient lords. Les Orgues d'Île-sur-Tey in Pyrénées-Orientales. This is a stunning natural rock formation in southern France, resembling a pipe organ. Wind and water have shaped the earth into tall chimneys and towers. It is surreal and otherworldly. This unique landscape, with its tall pillars of white sandy rock sculpted by nature, looks like it comes straight out of a fairy tale. No wonder these rock formations are locally called cheminées de fées, or fairy chimneys in English. The gardens of Marquessac in the Dordogne. Overlooking the Dordogne Valley, this manicured garden is full of winding paths, 150,000 hand-pruned boxwoods, and spectacular views, but is often missed by many for bigger nearby chateaux. Listed as a National Historical Monument surrounding a stone-tiled chateau from the early 19th century, the romantic and picturesque Marquessac Gardens offers over 6 kilometers of pathways with rockeries and stone cabins. Situated on a rocky spur, the viewpoint offers one of the most impressive panoramic views of the valley and its many chateaux. Gouffre de Padirac in Padirac. A massive chasm leads to an underground river where visitors float on boats deep into the earth. It is less known than Lascaux nearby, but equally unforgettable. The Gouffre de Padirac is one of the largest chasms in Europe. Discovered by the famous French cave explorer Edouard Martel, it was opened to the public in 1899. More than 24 million visitors have come to marvel at this natural wonder, and it continues to enthrall those who see it. In times gone by, it was often referred to by the local population as the Devil's Hole, and it is a sight to behold as you gaze down into the enormous 75-meter chasm into the earth, 33 meters wide. This enormous sinkhole then leads into a cave system, created by millennia of subterranean underground water erosion, which has carved out spectacular caverns in the limestone, full of enormous stalactites and stalagmites deep under the ground. You descend by lift or the impressive metal staircase, the design of which was inspired by the Eiffel Tower of Paris. Once at the bottom, you cannot help but look up in wonder at the small circle of sky that now looks decidedly far away. Forêt de Fontainebleau in Île-de-France. This is a fairy tale forest, just outside Paris, with enormous sandstone boulders, hidden trails, and ancient oak trees. It's ideal for hikers, climbers, and anyone wanting a peaceful day trip. Situated at the gateway to Paris, just 60 kilometers further south between Brie and Gâtinais, the ancient forest of Bière has been known as the Forest of Fontainebleau since the 17th century. The woodland around Fontainebleau consists of 2 national forests, Trois-Pignons and Fontainebleau, with stands of deciduous and softwood trees. While the forest of Fontainebleau was one of the royal estates from the 10th century onwards, the forest of Trois-Pignons was private until it was finally bought by the state in 1983, bringing the surface area of state-owned woodland to more than 22,000 hectares. Bordered by 3 rivers, the Seine to the east, the École to the west, and the Loing to the south, most of the forest, 19,200 hectares, lies in the département of Seine-et-Marne. To the west, in the Trois-Pignons forest, some of the woodland, 800 hectares, lies in the department of Essonne. Pérouge at Ain, near Lyon. This is a perfectly preserved medieval walled town with cobblestone streets, artisan shops, and an atmosphere that feels like stepping into the 15th century. It is often overlooked for Lyon. Pérouge epitomizes medieval France with its cobblestone lanes surrounded by ramparts. A micro-sized hamlet characterized by timber frame houses, Pérouge is less than 200 meters wide but brimming with a rich heritage founded by hand weavers and hemp farmers. Where hydrangeas and grapevines frame ancient doorways, time stands still in this medieval village. Abbaye de Senonque in Provence. This 12th century abbey sits in a lavender-field valley. Though iconic in photos, it is less visited due to its remote setting. Monks still live here in silence. In the heart of the Luberon, in a landscape of breathtaking beauty, lies the Abbey of Senonque. This majestic building is one of the most emblematic treasures of the Luberon. Founded in 1148 by Cistercian monks, the Abbey of Senonque is a remarkable example of Romanesque architecture. Its simple and austere appearance fits perfectly with the surrounding landscape of lavender fields and green hills. The abbey was built of local stone, which makes it harmonize perfectly with its natural surroundings. When you enter the abbey, you are immediately struck by the peace and serenity that reigns in this place. The wide, empty spaces and elegant vaults create an atmosphere that encourages reflection and contemplation. Senonque Abbey is also famous for its beautiful gardens, where the monks still grow medicinal plants and aromatic herbs. Marais Poitevin in Vendée and Dussèvres, known as the Green Venice. This is, well, a labyrinth of canals weaving through peaceful marshland. Rent a boat and drift among willows, frogs and silence. It's honestly a truly tranquil escape. This marshland is located on the border of the Vendée, Charente-Maritime and Deux-Sèvres. The nature reserve here is actually a remnant of the former Gulf of Poitou. Large parts of the Gulf have now been reclaimed and partially drained. The Marais Poitevin is vast and has very varied flora and fauna, and it's a very popular destination among nature lovers. There are over 250 bird species, 40 fish species, 60 species of dragonflies and 80 butterfly species. Cap Fréhel in Brittany, a windswept headland with dramatic cliffs, a lighthouse and sweeping views over the Emerald Sea. It has fewer visitors than the Mont Saint-Michel, but is just as spectacular. Overlooking an emerald sea, battered by the wind, the beauty and shimmering colors of Cap Fréhel are, well, absolutely captivating. Its sheer cliffs are home to hundreds of nesting birds. From Pointe de Gruin to Brehat Island, the Cape also has 400 hectares of moors, which are among the largest in Europe, and a majestic 103-meter tall lighthouse. The Oingt in the Beaujolais region, a golden stone hilltop village with views of vineyards in every direction. This tiny village is both peaceful and steeped in medieval charm, yet it is barely known outside France. The Beaujolais region is primarily known for its wines, but those who look further discover a landscape that will captivate you. In the south of this region lies Pierre Doris, the land of golden stones. Here you'll find rolling hills, vineyards and villages bathed in a warm ochre-yellow glow. The highlight of this area? Oingt. This medieval village belongs to the Plus Beaux Villages de France, or Most Beautiful Villages of France. Its inclusion in the list of 100 most beautiful French villages is honestly entirely justified. People come here for the atmosphere, the history, and the beauty of the landscape. If you're planning a road trip through France, many of these places can be paired with more famous destinations for a richer, deeper journey. France's lesser-known regional roads and small-town restaurants are part of the trip. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel for more travel ideas.